5 rules I wish I'd lived by in the last crypto bull market that would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars. In the last bull market, I, like many people, made lots and lots of money, and I, like many people, lost a lot of that money afterwards because I made hugely stupid mistakes. But if you can understand what those mistakes are right now, it's going to be absolutely life-changing for you, because 95% of people leave crypto with absolutely nothing at all, no matter how much work and money they put in the first place. So if you want to understand what those are, then strap in, hit the like button, and let's get on with it. Now, guys, if you subscribe to my channel, then you'll know I like to break down a little bit of psychology, a little bit of new tools, and all that exciting stuff. And a lot of this is stuff that I've been studying and trying to understand about myself. Now, while you might think that like psychology is this like mythical thing that doesn't really exist, it's the biggest problem in all of crypto. Let me tell you, it's not about picking the right project that's got like the best team and the best tokenomics, because a lot of that stuff doesn't necessarily make any difference. You could be picking the very best projects right now and still lose absolutely everything in crypto. And through this video, I'll tell you why that is. But first things first, in my free Telegram, which is linked down below in the description, I recommend you get involved in there, I'm seeing people start to say comments like this. Bearing in mind the crypto market has only really been pumping hard in the last kind of 2, maybe 3 weeks, everyone is like, oh my god, I can't believe like all the coins around me are pumping but nothing I'm holding. If that's you right now, you need to take a breather and stop being a degenerate. I know that feeling, and there's a reason that feeling comes around. It's one of 2 reasons. In groups like my Telegram and various others on YouTube and whatever else, people will love to tell you about how successful they've been and how many gains they've made and blah blah blah. I've been buying Casper and I'm up this much this year. I've been buying Solana and I'm up 4 or 5x this year. That's awesome, right? But they won't tell you anything about the coins that they also bought that are maybe not doing anything at all, because that's the way we like to work in crypto. We all basically like to show off and tell everyone about how successful we are and all that good stuff. And the effect of this on other people watching is all the coins I'm holding are not really doing anything, but this guy's making all the money. And this causes the very first, a big mistake for us, is what we do is we take money from coins that have yet to see much in the way of upside. Maybe they're only up 10, 20% in the last few weeks. And we take that money and we put it into some of the coins that are already up, maybe like 200 or 300% in a very short space of time. Now, irrelevant of what that project is or how good the team is or how pretty the logo is or anything else, this is a very silly move, because you're taking the money from the poor in terms of the crypto, the small crypto, and giving it to the rich, the big expensive crypto that's made lots of money. Now, why is this a stupid thing? Well, because in a bull market, the money doesn't flow from the poor cryptos to the rich ones. It flows from the rich ones to the poor ones. So if you're taking it from the poor ones that are yet to pump and putting it into the rich ones, what will happen is this. Recently, I told people that I've been selling some of my portion of likes of Solana and whatever else, because Solana have done pretty well and is continuing to do well. Even though I got out at like $45, it's now at like $56. What did I do with the money I pulled out of Solana? Well, I pulled it out and I put most of it into Chainlink. I then put some into Rollbit and various other coins. Was it a good decision? Well, who knows? But what I was doing was moving money from a coin that had already pumped to coins that we yet to pump. That's the direction that most money will go. Because if you put in $100,000 to Casper earlier on this year, which I'm sure lots of people did, and it saw a 20x, and now you're sat on $2 million, do you reckon that that person is just going to leave that money forevermore because Casper's going to do a 50x? Or are they going to start to take money out of that and move it to the poorer cryptocurrencies? Because now if you've got $2 million to play with, it's going to really change how you start to approach this market. Now, that's the same for like all of these big coins that have been pumping. The problem you've got of you moving from the poorer coin to the rich coin is that there's a higher chance of those big coins starting to pull back, as those kind of people with bigger wallets will move their money out to smaller coins. And what will happen is this: you'll take your money, you'll put it into one of those coins. The next day you wake up, that coin is down 40% and the coin you took it from is up 50%. So even in a bull market, you can lose money if you do this. How do we overcome it? Well, if you were well researched and you've got yourself 5 or 10 different cryptocurrencies, understand this. Pretty much most of them will see good gains towards the upside. It's very few of the coins, if you look at the last bull market, that didn't do very well at all. But the individuals who are bouncing around between the different coins won't really get anywhere. You need to basically stick in them when they're up, take the profits, move it into coins that are yet to move, and that's how you basically roll with that. Don't take from the poor and give to the rich, take from the rich and give to the poor. And if your coins are still poor, wait for them to get rich. Now, second rule for you. Right now, it's easy to sit there and say you've got $1,000, $10,000, and I want to turn my $1,000 into $50,000, or I want to turn my $10,000 into $100,000. Both of these are possible. Are they easy? Not necessarily, but they are 100% possible. Now, here's a scenario. You've got your $5,000 and you turn it into $100,000. There's your problem right there. Now you're sat on $100,000. What are you going to be thinking? How are you going to be reacting? You're probably going to be like chilling out because you've already made so much money on your initial investment that you think that it's going to carry on forever. Wrong. This is your biggest issue. And your biggest issue comes from this: not having a goal in place. When we have a goal in place, it allows us to know where we want to go. And that means when we get there, we can take clear, concise action. If I turn my $5,000 into $100,000 and that was my goal, then guess what happens at $100,000? I sell everything, I turn off my computer, and I go and do exactly what I set out to do with that money I earned in the first place. That might be paying off your mortgage. It might be opening that restaurant you've always wanted. It might be doing whatever it is. But the problem is, if you don't have that goal in place, you get to 100K, you think that you're like the best trader of all time, and you continue to try and trade, and eventually the markets will come against you, and then you will panic and you'll try and make that money back, and eventually you could end up with pretty much literally nothing. And believe me guys, I've been there. I've done things like this in the past because I never had a clear goal in place. Right now, think about where you want to be in the future, what that $100,000 or whatever it is means to you, because if it was there in cold hard cash in front of you rather than just numbers on a screen, it might change how you behave when you've got it in your possession. Thirdly, never just 100% trust and believe any crypto YouTuber, no matter how big or how trustworthy or how whatever it is that they seem to be. Because of this, I started my crypto channel at the start of 2021. And at the time, I didn't really know a huge amount about crypto. I understood trading and I'd done a lot of stuff with Forex. But I realized this: if I could sound confident and positive enough about anything, people just wanted to listen to me anyway because I fed their confirmation bias. So what? There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that may seem really convincing and really great, but don't just rely on what that person says, because they could just be good at bullshitting. And even if they're not good at bullshitting, if you are buying into a coin that they're talking about in a positive light, then you probably feel good anyway because they're just feeding you confirmation bias. And you might just think that that person sounds like a really good guy and you want to go and hang out with them and have a beer and whatever because he's just feeding your confirmation bias. So be very careful, guys. You need to have your own opinion on things. Don't just swallow crap that people feed you on YouTube all the time, okay? Don't just swallow stuff that I give you. It's not crap, okay? It's damn good stuff. So make sure you subscribed, but don't just swallow it because I'm telling you something. Because if I'm wrong about things, which of course I can be, I'm not going to pick up the pieces for you. No one else is going to deal with your problems apart from you. So you need to be the grown up, go and do your research, understand different projects, and of course watch YouTube channels because there's good information. You can find out stuff about new coins, but have a completely neutral opinion to the things that those people are talking about. Then go and find out for yourself whether or not it's good or not. Number 4, don't be too greedy. There's 2 things that control you throughout a crypto market, okay? Fear is one and greed is the other. That's why the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index exists. So what do we need to know about this? Well, if you started to make a bit more gains in crypto, you will soon get addicted to that kind of like dopamine rush of like, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this. I'm making some money. Where do I turn next? Well, guess what happens after you've been trading a bit of crypto for a while? You start to kind of slip around and go into some slightly dark and degenerate areas of the crypto market. And you get onto an exchange and you go into something called the futures and leveraged trading part. Why do you go in there? Because some of your favorite YouTubers out there like Crypto and The Moon will convince you that getting involved in Bybit and whatever else is a great way to fund their new Bugattis. Sorry, a great way to make bigger gains. Now, there's a big problem with this. Trading and learning about charts and all that stuff is really pretty difficult, okay? Trading, going and look at a chart right now and showing you what's going to happen is actually quite an easy thing. But the problem that trading brings and using leverage brings to you is that you then have to deal with a whole bunch of emotions that you've probably never even considered. If you feel that kind of like hype and euphoria when your coin on spot trading is going up, and that kind of like fear when you're down like 3 or 4%, you go and do that on a leverage where your move's absolutely enormous and you're never going to be able to cope with it, okay? So unless you're completely cool as a cucumber and you have a lot of experience in trading, day trading, be damn careful, okay? Because it is literally like walking into the casino if you're inexperienced. To be honest, before I even got into Forex trading and using real money, I spent like a year just using a demo account with no real money. And that's what you need to be doing. But you probably haven't got time for that right now. So if you're not experienced in the area, don't get kind of like bought into all the hype and excitement of someone telling you that they're up $2 million or $3 million, okay? All they're trying to do is sell you on Bybit, so you go and trade there, and then they continue to make lots of money to fund their lifestyle. And the fifth rule is to protect yourself. There's so many things out there that are there to catch you out. And they know that lots of people in crypto are degenerates who are just chasing quick gains and easy money. There's no such thing as easy money. This is probably the easiest money you're going to get, but it's not that easy, okay? Because there's lots of pitfalls that will catch you out. There's so many times people are like, can you take a look at this? It might be a scam, I'm not sure. If you even think it might be a scam, then throw it away. Don't even look at it. I know lots of people in the comments were like, oh, XRP's a scam, or oh, this coin's a scam. There's a lot of people who are dumb, okay, who will just say things like that. And XRP is not a scam, by the way. But what you need to do is this. If anything sounds too good to be true, you know deep down, as well as I do, that it is too good to be true. If something is offering you like a cumulative 2% a day, 3%, just invest $100 and you will make this much money by the end of the month. 2% a day, 3% a day, farming and all that stuff. Just stay away from it, okay? Yeah, maybe there's a chance it's real, who knows, but there's more than likely it's never going to be real. All the scams look very much the same. If you can't find the team on LinkedIn or they got like 3 followers on LinkedIn, they're not real. And you can just ask in the Telegram down below and someone will tell you whether it's a scam or not, because there's lots of serious people in there who know what they're talking about. Other things, be very careful with your seed phrases and stuff like that. Don't just leave them hanging around your house. Maybe someone breaks in your house, maybe you have a fire, maybe you lose access to your hard wallet or something like that. Be very cautious of how you look after things. Be much more calm. Think about processes of how you're going to look after different bits and pieces. And also don't be complacent. Once you start doing this a bit, you'll be happy with moving large sums of money away, and then you make mistakes. Be very careful. Just have like a checklist or whatever, the process you run through in order to not make stupid mistakes, because one day it will cost you very big. And unfortunately, I've also made these mistakes before myself, and that's what's allowing me to learn about it. Now, in the last bull market, everyone was talking about FTX, everyone was trying to get into Celsius and all these like great different places to store your money and do staking and all this good stuff, but there was a big problem with it. When those exchanges went under, people lost everything. So 100% you must use, if you're serious about crypto and you're going to be using like $500 plus in crypto, then you need a hardware wallet. And I recommend using this Decent wallet with a fingerprint scanner. Decent supports over 3,000 different coins. It works with Bluetooth, so you can just connect it to your iPhone or Android device without needing to use a laptop. And that's very cool because it allows you to travel easily and look after your hard-earned crypto safely. Not only that, if you buy through the link down below, not only will you receive a discount, but one lucky winner will win $500, their favorite token, and then 2 other winners will win $350 and $150, making a combined $1,000 worth of cash giveaway. All you need to do for that is go and buy yourself a Decent wallet. I also recommend that you protect yourself appropriately with a NordVPN. Using my link down below will get you 4 months for free. And after that, it's like the price of a cup of coffee per month ongoing. This will double encrypt you, so this means that no one can spy on the wallets and things you're using, and that's going to keep you safe while trading your cryptocurrency. So again, for the price of a cup of coffee, this is an essential piece of kit. And that's the reason I'm advertising it to you. Yes, I will make a small commission if you buy a NordVPN, and you will support me to be able to buy my next cup of coffee. But most importantly, with a NordVPN, is you'll be able to access exchanges such as MEXC, again, link down below, where you'll be able to get 0% spot maker taker futures fees, okay? And yes, 0%. So that means I make 0 commission on you getting referred to this. So no, I won't be able to afford a Bugatti anytime soon, but I'll know that my viewers are not getting ripped off on Coinbase or anything like that. And instead, they're using MEXC so they can get the lowest possible fees. Again, like 3,000-4,000 different coins available on MEXC, and is one of the easiest exchanges to use. Stop using Coinbase where you're paying like $15 a trade. It's ridiculous. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Have a great weekend. Hit the like button, subscribe. See ya. Bye-bye.